Hello, everybody on YouTube. It's your boy, the Memphis XLR, right back at you with Check This Out. The show, we take a look at what a deck we're going to look at. It'll be a troll deck, rogue deck, meta deck, casual deck, what have you. Have ourselves a good time with it. Today, everybody, we're taking a look at a Destruction Dragon deck with a Fang of... we're going for Fang of Critias. We're going for something a little different other than Mirror Force Dragon. We got Destruction Dragon. In a deck that's all about summoning him out in an archetype that's so at home for him, the Unchained archetype. We're all about popping cards on the board, denying our opponent resources, and just going from there. So, we got ourselves a nice little deck here today that's all about summoning out the Unchained, summoning out the Fanged Critias boy, and just going for broke from there. And today is Independence Day. Happy 4th of July to everybody. I was going to have a whole bunch of fireworks going, but then what happened in Chicago happened. So let's give a quick moment of silence for all the families who've been affected by the tragedy in Chicago. Our hearts go out to those people. Thank you. So, that being said, let's just go into today's deck. Let's get the festivities keep going. Not going to let negativity take away from the celebrations as well. So, here's the deck list, and then we'll get right into the duels. So, main deck, 3 each of all the Unchained, Abominable Unchained, Unchained Soul Disaster, Twin Chains Aruha, Twin Chains Sarama, 3 Unchained Rakia, 3 copies of the Fang of Critias, 3 copies of Abomination's Prison, couple copies of Trade-In, and a Pot of Avarice. We have Terraforming and 2 Twin Twisters, 1 Wailing of the Unchained Souls, 2 copies of a Cold Zone, which is a fancy tech card. We have those 2 each of Escaped of the Unchained, Trap Trick, Abominable Chamber of the Unchained, Triple Ring of Destruction, and a Loop of Destruction. As for the extra deck, we have ourselves 2 Destruction Dragons, a Chimeric Tech, because I couldn't think of anything else to put in there. We have 2 each of Unchained Abomination, or Rygo as I like to call him. We have 2 copies of Unchained Soul of Anguish. We have ourselves an Excesco Talker and a Berserker of the Tenyi, because I can make that off of Unchained Soul of Rage. We have ourselves Nightmare Unicorn and a couple Mascarenas, just to give our big monsters some protection there. And to the side, any Link monster that is a Dark Link with generic effect, or Terios, I should say, that you can make off of the Unchained Soul of Rage, you can put that in here. You got things like Trisbina for getting rid of all the back row. You have Triple Burst Dragon for uninterrupted battling. As well as, if you find you need, the 3 copies of the Unchained Traps, go right ahead. You can take out some of the Ring of Destruction, although that'll make summoning the boy a little harder to do, but you could do that. Or you can just take out Trap Trick, but I like Trap Trick because you can search out all my normal traps and then use them. So, that's what we're doing today. So, that's the deck we've got. Let's go ahead and EDO Pro now. Show off this deck. Show off the combos. We'll have ourselves a good time. Alright, here on our first opponent. Another day, another card game. We can go first or second with this deck, as I say. It really depends on the hand you get into. Kind of prefer going first overall, but we can go second just fine. And this is an opening hand that will allow us to do so. I should also mention real quick, those sleeves today are very special. I had to go American. I considered Bandit Keith, but then I remembered that he's actually from Canada, of course, if y'all, big old Bandit Keith. Looks like he's an American. No, he's a Canadian boy. So, we got some Biscuit Oliva sleeves here with Karibo there. Been watching a lot of Baki clips recently. I don't read Baki, and I've been considering getting Netflix just to watch the anime. Especially once they finally do the Pickle arc. I was actually, there's this channel, LR Shion. Shout out to that boy, because he had to delete a lot of his content because of copyright issues. He did, voiceovers of all the Baki chapters. And it was okay. Don't worry, my brother. But yeah. I like me some Baki. They got some pretty crazy stuff. It's kind of like JoJo, but more violent. So our opening hand is pretty damn good. We're going to start with the Prison of the Abominations. I'm going to go ahead and grab ourselves an Unchained Soul. That way when I start popping stuff, I'll get more stuff. Since I booted this game up. Oh my goodness. We're up against Dinosaur. I mean, not literally as a Red Eyes player, but you get the idea. So, we're going to set our trap card, and we're going to blow it up. Unchained are all about blowing up their back row in order to summon more copies of themselves. So we have a Ruha here. He helps facilitate this. As you can see, I pop a card on my board in order to summon a boy. We also have the Unchained Soul. I can summon him because I popped one of my cards. And this will let me pop another card in order to get more things going. But for now, we're going to summon the Unchained Soul of Disaster. He gets 300 attack for every Unchained card in the grave. Like so. And I could summon Rakea, it doesn't really matter. I could, there's no problem with doing so. And I could have done more damage doing that, but, you know, I just felt like it. So, yeah, so he's playing Red Eyes. Don't know which version of Red Eyes. Probably the Burn variant, considering that, well, he could still have Dragoon. I would not appreciate a Dragoon. But we shall see. So, I guess my opponent's having some issues. He's having some issues. He hasn't updated the game too hard. But, c'est la vie. Such is the way. Red-eyed chain, you'll say. Alrighty. Well, we're just going to go ahead and do some nice clean damage. Just do some damage going. The Unchained Soul Disaster, very important for us. Because in order to make our first link, you need to have either this dude or that dude. Because you have to have an Unchained Soul. See, these are twins. And these are souls. An Unchained Soul of Rage, that's not Soul of Rage, requires a soul monster. So, let's go ahead and do exactly that. And I could make the big Link 3, but I really don't want to do that. So, we're going to go ahead and make the Unchained Soul of Rage. And let's see. I'm going to go ahead and use... Let's see. Yeah, we'll use a Ruha. We're going to make our Unchained Soul of Rage. My opponent special summons a monster. I can use it as link material right away. So under turn there, so we'll see what kind of Red Eyes deck this is. The Fang with Chain's an interesting card, because you can... What is this? Oh, no. Please let it not be who I think it is. Of all the creatures in the world, it's the one thing I don't want to see. Okay, it's just that guy. Woo! I thought it was going to be a problem card, but then I'm like, no, it isn't. What does this do? Inflict damage, you have to attack. This card is sent from the monster to the grave. Target Normie in the grave and do a thing. Let's see. Let's wait till the end of the main phase before we do anything, just in case. I believe, yeah, he can ditch a Red Eyes to do some damage. Sent Metal Dragon. He must have a way to revive it. I would presume. It's possible he doesn't. Who knows? But we should be good from here. All I really need is Critias Fang and my dang old Ring of Destruction. Because then you get into Destruction Dragon. You know? I can keep popping cards with that guy. Once per turn, pop a card. Pop monsters, deal burn damage, that sort of thing. But now we've got the Soul of Anguish. Who can also steal my opponent's cards and use as link material, but it only works on face-up monsters, and it's not a quickie. So let me think about this. Summon an Unchained. Yeah, let's go ahead and bring back a monster. Why not use what we have? Let's get Rakea back, actually, just in case I top deck other Unchained monsters or spell traps. Okay, that's part of my combo. That's part of what I'm trying to do, but it's not everything. So, what do we want to do here? I could use Masquerena here. If I use Masquerena, I can make it a monster that can't be blown up. I really don't need to do that, though. So what we're going to go ahead and do, use Anguish, and we're going to use Rakea to make Unchained Abomination, who I like to still call Raigo, because I think that's a cooler name. So we've got the Raigo. He's the pop machine. Pop a card, pop a card. Pop another card, pop a third card. You can only use one of each of those pop effects, but basically I can pop up to 3 cards per turn, depending on situations. Aha! Exactly what we wanted. The Fang of Critias will now fuse into a Destruction Dragon. And like I said, Destruction Dragon can pop a card. If it's a monster, he'll take damage. Well, it's face down. Oh, actually, it has no attack, so it doesn't take damage. But Raigo will now pop a card because a card got popped. Now, he can't pop because he popped the card himself, but, you know, he can do stuff later. So, we'll attack with Raigo, and you get a perfect understanding. This is a very straightforward deck. You know, you start with your Unchains, and then you work your way into Destruction Dragon. Destruction, you don't want to start with him unless you're going second. But if you're going first, you want to get this guy later, and that's exactly what we got to see. So, you get a perfect understanding of how this deck works, I hope. Maybe. Possibly. So, now that we've won, let's get some fireworks going. Future Memphis, put a couple fireworks in there. Just real quick there. Thank you. Very nice. Very nice. So, let's go ahead for duel number 2. Show off more of what this deck can do. And continue to have ourselves a good old 4th. Alright, it's second opponent. Let's go and do it again. And we'll let our opponent pick. That's fine. You know, we're apple pie. Apple pie can go either way. Either player can be apple pie. I don't know what that means, but I'm going to go with it. You know? Apple pie. Is there anything more American than baseball, apple pie, fishing, stuff like that? That's the most American things I can think of off the top of my head. Rickas have a field spell? I've never heard of this card. What's this do? Control of Ricka, set a Ricka spell. Cannot special summon except for plants, which is irrelevant, pretty much. Blah, 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 blah. We do tribute a plant. Tribute face-up monster opponent controls instead of one of those monsters. So, oh my goodness. Years ago, I made a Ricka Layer of Darkness deck, the whole idea of which was to tribute your opponent's monsters for Ricka effects. And Konami made that a card. Now, I'm not going to say they watched my video, because that'd be ridiculous, but that is some very suspect card design, Konami, if that is your real name. Alright, well, let me tell you something about that little Jimmy. It's like, he's got these Rickas, and what does this one do? This is the one that lets him negate my things. And he's got the thing where if, what was the other thing he got? No, this one. Ricka's tributed. No, opponent's tributed. Okie dokie. Well, this is going to be tricky. This is going to be excessively tricky, because I don't got much to stop this. I don't have anything to stop this. I don't have any of my anything, which is not good. So let's just get rid of his back row for now. I think that's the safest bet. It's like, I can't win this turn, but if I can do something. I just gotta do something. So we'll activate a cold zone, and we'll just kind of just have to gun it at this point. So I should explain this field spell, a cold zone. Basically, this is really good for going first, by the way. Is that if a monster is summoned, during their turn, mind you, so it doesn't affect the Ricka pedal. But if a monster gets summoned to the turn player's turn, the first monster they summon gets destroyed. And they get a token that's the same, like, stats as that monster, essentially. And the whole idea is that, you know, you're popping your own monsters in order to... Yeah, you're popping your monster's effects goes off, your opponent summons a monster, that monster gets removed from the board. Like so. And I guess, yeah, he can't only summon except for plants, and this is actually still counts as a spellcaster token, but you get the idea. So, alright, he's still going for the combos. Oh, the problem for me right now is just the fact that I can't really do much to this Ricka Queen on my turn. Not really. Not unless I was to draw into, like, Unchained Soul, but then again, I need to have other things to make that work, so this is going to be a tricky wicket. It's going to be a bit of a tricky wicket. Because I've got a control-esque sort of deck, he has a very control-esque sort of deck. Abomination's Prison. That could be very helpful. I don't have anything to... Well, you're just a butt. You're just a massive butt. I'm just gonna say it. Use a big stinky. Tribute to plant, summon a Rika, and then summon a Rika. Alright, well he gets 2 monsters. He gets a bunch of monsters, but I don't know, folks. I might not be able to out this. I don't know if I can. I mean, I've got less life than my opponent. He's got plenty of attack numbers, and damn it, he keeps summoning things in the end phase, and I can't do nothing about that. So, I think I might actually be up a creek with this one. It's unfortunate. We didn't start off with a single monster, and we're up against a fellow control deck, so didn't help. Plus, he just summoned 2 monsters at once, so that doesn't help me at all either. So, I think I've lost the second duel. So, I'm going to go ahead and skip ahead. Maybe I'll be able to come back and, you know, win somehow, but I really don't think so, because you literally have to put that in attack mode. So, yeah, this duel is a loss. It's a loss. I'm just so weirded out that Konami made a field spell for Rikas that is literally the deck that I made. It's crazy. So, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and skip ahead. And I'll see you guys in the third duel, where we'll try to pick ourselves back up and do what the deck is trying to do. Alright, our third opponent. Brush ourselves off. Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. And this opening hand, if only we'd gone first, we've been perfect. I got a cold zone. And Amazon S. Okay, Amazon S isn't terrible. You know, they do their thing. Can I do a lot to their thing? That's going to be the iffy question. I think I should be able to. Let me double check. Yeah. Yeah, I can do that. I can do a thing. I can do stuff. I got Rakia too. Hell yeah. So let's activate a cold zone. I remember now that, yeah, Amazon, yeah, he's got the call, but he's got the trap they can summon during my turn. That's the one thing about cold zone. It stops summons on the player's turn, but not on my turn. So, let me think about this. I need this. I need that. Let's twin the twisters. Discard. I guess I'll just... I kind of want to keep Destruction just in case. I don't know if it's going to be as useful, but I will keep Destruction just in case. Just in case. But yeah, he's got Amazon's Call. Very nasty card. Call by the Grave. Well, sorry, Rakia. Can't be helped. Doesn't really hurt me, but it also hurts because I'm losing a brother. And you're going to take an Amazon right now. Okay. So the question is, what was his set card? I presume it's the Trap. Yep, it was the Trap. Because now we can just, you know, summon out the Princess, and the Princess will add another spell trap. Yep. Amazon S. Nice, neat package. I should play Amazon S again. I haven't played them in a while. Nothing big different about them or anything, but still. So we'll summon up Sarama, blow him up, get this spiffy token, and now I'm free to summon as much as I want, so I will do so. And hey, this time I can show off the Wailing of the Unchained Souls. When is Master Duel going to give us a story about these guys? There's got to be a story behind Unchained, right? There has to be. What is it? I have no idea. But it has to exist. So the Wailing Souls, I'll go ahead and pop the War Chief, because it's really big and I don't want to have to deal with it, and we'll just run over the Princess. I ain't smashing you, but I'll have Unchained do it. And that'll do it. I mean, I have a semi-impressive board. You know, my opponent summons something, it gets destroyed. If he special summons something big, I can just swap into it. If he summons something else big, because if I remember correctly, the Amazon's fusions, they don't protect themselves, but they protect the others. So if he was to summon something, I could blow it up with Ring of Destruction. That's a thing I can do. So the question is, what can my opponent do right now? I mean, he's got the thing. And he'll have a Toiga. He does have that spiffy tiger. I'll give him that much. The question is, what's he gonna do next? Let's see. Oh, he's gonna surrender. Okay. Well, that's unfortunate. Granted, I was gonna be able to, like, link this away. Or can I link that? But I'm pretty sure I can. But even if I couldn't, you know, link off into something else and then pop this and pretty much would control the board. So, my opponent, I think he gave up a little too soon. He could have at least gone at least 2 other turns, I'm just saying. But he didn't see a way out. Unfortunate that. So let's go ahead. Let's do a 4th opponent. 4th of July. 4 opponents. Got to do a 4th opponent. Let's go for one more duel. Show off this deck just a little bit more. And let's hope we have ourselves a nice back and forth in the final duel. Alright, here, 4th and final opponent. Found a little American flag. Could be my good luck charm here. So we'll go first. We'll see what we get. Alrighty, not bad, not bad. It's got a little bit of everything, So let's go ahead and set escape. And we'll blow it up with our Ruha. You know? Sadly, we're not seeing as much Destruction Dragon as I'd like, but at least we're getting stuff. What are you gonna do? Ash me? Gonna ash me something? Alright, well, luckily I've got the Twin Sarama. That way I've got some other stuff, so I can get back my escape. And I can blow up a Ruha, and I can still get the things I want. Redundancy, people. Redundancy. Always pack a little bit of it. So, it won't be the prettiest opening board, but it's something. I mean, I've got my blue boy. I've got a trap trick if I need it. I've got escape, so I can pop myself if I need to. I've got the ability to get into my Ring of Destruction. It's not too shabby, you know? Not too shabby. Plus, I've got Rakia for later. What is this? Neptibus. Neptibus? That's that blue guy. I'm the only one who's supposed to have a blue guy here. Alright, so we're up against Atlanteans. That could be a tricky one. Let's see. And he got the infantry, which I believe blows up monsters, if I'm not mistaken. Target a face-up card upon controls, destroy it. Gotcha. Mulan Glacier. I only have 1 card in hand anyway. Alright, so let me think about this. Alright, so we're gonna let... Oh, almost dropped the flag. Almost. Keep the flag off the ground. Okay, so he's got Abyss Megalo. So, basically, yeah, those are all gonna chain off from each other. Megalo will go off. Let's go ahead and link off the Megalo, because I have the power to do this. And I could go for Unicorn and bounce his thing. But I kind of need an Unchained monster to do things, so I'm not going to do that. Plus, I'm fairly... I got this feeling that doing that won't actually hurt him that much. Spell effect. I don't have spells, I have traps. I doubt he plays the one that stops the trap cards. So what else is happening? So this misses. That'll add him another monster. Discard this card and a water monster. Opponent's hand, banish a card from their hand face up till the end phase. Okay, that doesn't hurt me that much. Not a lot. Hurts a little bit, but not a lot. More of Greediness. Alright, 2 water boys back in. Having some second thoughts about that Mulan Glacier, are you? Have a bit of a different talk about that Mulan Glacier. It'd be funny if he drew it again. How many Mulan Glaciers do Atlanteans usually play? I doubt they would play more than one. And we'll never find out, because my opponent surrenders to the power of America. As the Atlanteans should. So... I hate to end it on this, but we are playing control. So, technically that's a win. I mean, we controlled the board. I stopped Megalo, and I was ready to pop whatever he summoned, and pop whatever he summoned, and then next turn, hopefully do more. I mean, I was going to get another monster. I could have gotten stuff. Yeah, I couldn't got back a Ruha. So, yeah, I was sitting pretty. So, I'm going to call that a win. we're going to call that a win. So let's go ahead for the end screen. We'll talk more about the deck. Alrighty, everybody at home. Unchained Destruction went 3 out of 4 duels won. A little bit better than I was expecting. I was thinking 2 of 2 would have been just fine for this deck because, you know, Unchained, they're pretty serious when they go into things. They're not as good against, like, giant combo decks unless they could really hit, like, the one big combo piece. But we were able to do fairly well. We got the things out that we wanted to get out. Destruction Dragon sadly only showed up the once, but sometimes that happens. But at least we got to see him on the board, and you got to see him interacting with the Unchained, so that's what matters. So hopefully y'all enjoy this video. If you did, you know, the buttons, whatever. But more than anything else, y'all have a happy 4th of July. Stay safe and happy, and get tipsy, but don't get drunk. And don't drive either. Don't drink and drive. Don't ever do that. Okay, don't do that. But regardless, thank you for watching. Hope you had a good one. Boy Memphis signing out. What's next on the channel? I haven't decided yet. I got the Pokemon and the Final Fantasy video, and then other stuff. But for now, thanks for watching. See you next time.